This is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Here we are, the start of a brand new month, and it happens to be April Fool's Day. Welcome in, everybody. It's Coffee, Country, and Cody. No fooling. We're here inside our Simply Superior studio at the CMHOF house. That's Charlie Matos, Annie Nye. We got Jeff Roberts upstairs. I'm Kelly Sutton. Bill taking the day off. Maybe he was afraid we were going to pull a prank on him.
And he should have been.
Yeah, I was going to say, rightfully so. Mm-hmm. You know, if you come in with a little trepidation, I get that. We're not pulling any pranks. Honestly, I'm not clever enough to come up with any of that.
Okay.
But speaking of clever, the Cleverleys will be with me tonight on the Grand Ole Opry stage. I do too. Yep. So if there's anybody that would pull a prank, it would be them, I think. Mm-hmm.
Is it Digger? Who's is he the patriarch of the Cleverleys? Do I have the right?
I believe so.
Digger, yeah.
I have to look that up.
I see him at the Nashville SC games all the time.
You do?
He's a big soccer fan. Yeah, you wouldn't think the Cleverleys would be soccer fans.
I'll ask him about it tonight. See what's going on with that. Coming up, entertainment headlines, new nightclub that's opening this week. I wasn't sure when the opening date was. I thought it was a little further down the road. No, Annie found it. It's Friday. So brand new venue that's going to be opening Friday here in Nashville. We've got the details on that. Unexpected names that are attached to it. A little different for us, I think.
So this is not Old Dominion's place finally opening?
No.
Oh,
bless it.
Okay. You love to throw shade at them.
I know. It's happening, I think, very soon.
It must be because they did a giveaway.
They're doing a giveaway.
It looks beautiful when you pass it.
They did a video from the inside.
From the inside?
Yeah, and it looks done. So I'm guessing probably a couple weeks. Who knows? Why? Are you laughing?
No, I'm just...
We'll all have to go.
We need to go.
Are they going to have a menu?
Yeah, they are.
We'll go.
100%. That just reminds me. So some of the problems that they were having were plumbing issues. And you know, when they opened the Music City Center, they had everyone go into the bathrooms all at the same time. They had people there for the big flush, and they had everyone flush the toilets at the same time.
We did that. I did that at the Nashville Arena, Bridgestone Arena, when it first opened.
To make sure that it could handle it.
Yeah.
Just in case that by some crazy chance happens.
Correct.
Now, what do you do when the place is all done and all finished and everyone comes in for the big flush and it doesn't handle it?
And the toilets explode?
That's why they do it.
They do it.
Then you delay the opening and...
You do it on April 1st and you call it a prank. Is what you do.
That should happen before all the inside parts go in.
I agree. Yes. But apparently...
Perhaps it's ceremonial.
So I'm just wondering if they've been doing the big flush to make sure that all of that could happen. Hey, coming up, entertainment headlines. Jelly rolled down 100 pounds. We're going to tell you what he eats in a day from his personal chef.
I know. I want one. I want a personal chef. That'd be the one thing I would really spend if I had like unlimited wealth.
Yes.
I would want a personal chef.
Also, we have an update on Nate Smith. He's going to be doing some free shows where you can get in on that. And Carrie Underwood doing granny things. I mean, she really has two speeds. It's like superstar or I'm canning all of my own vegetables. So all of that is coming up in entertainment headlines and more. And we're also going to rewind to the stage of the Grand Ole Opry in just a few minutes. But this girl, speaking of the Grand Ole Opry, will be there tonight. She'll be on the Tuesday night show with me. It's Haley Witters. Everybody has to clap along.
More Coffee, Country, and Cody is on WSM.
Just saying, it's April Fool's Day. So, you know, keep your eyes open, head on a swivel. You never know. Somebody's trying to prank you. I feel very on edge on April Fool's Day. Somebody's going to try something. What you got? What?
I can promise you it will
I
not
saw
be
you
me.
reach down for something, and I'm like, what's happening
I was
over
adjusting
here?
my headphone volume. Simply all I was doing.
Just wondering.
Really. Honest, I promise. So.
If you're going to prank somebody, today's the day to do it. Or, you know, April Fool's Day joke. I'm just not, I don't know. I don't have the energy to do that. Maybe. Or maybe I'm not creative enough.
I mean, you mentioned earlier you got pranked by a squirrel. We don't have a squirrel, but I got like a little...
That's Bucky.
I got Bucky. I don't know what I could do with him.
You know what I did have for a long time? Y'all, this is so weird.
Candy cigarettes still from...
Candy cigarettes would be good. We just take a picture of us and say we're picking up a new habit on this first day of April. I mean, smoke them while you got them. I had, speaking of taxidermy, somehow my mother, bless her, found it was a taxidermy cat and it was curled up like it was sleeping. No. I don't think I think it was real, but I don't know if it was real.
Oh, wait a minute. My mom had one too. And it was on its own little blanket, and it has a battery, and it makes his heart beat like it's breathing.
Nope, those are different.
Okay, this thing was pretty real looking.
Yeah. Reese had those. Those were like little pets that they were cute. They were
but it
cute
looked
little,
real, though.
Yeah.
I mean...
This was an actual taxidermy cat that my mom works in a retirement center in southern Indiana, and I think it was a lady who had passed away and gave it to my mom.
No.
Yeah.
Her cat.
Here's my cat.
Not sure.
Take care of her.
Not sure. I'm not sure of the origin story of the cat.
No.
However, we had it, and it was so funny because the bottom was flat. Like it had paper on the bottom where it had been taken care of, preserved. Not sure. Anyway, it was all curled up, and I did take it one year and put it on the neighbor's porch, like just to leave it there. And so they're coming out and they're like, "Get out of here, cat! Get out of here!" And the cat's not moving. And then when they reached down, they realized it was stuffed.
You were a child when you did this?
No, this was like
an adult.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right,
this
okay.
is at our old house.
Oh, this is the South, you guys.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
This is
can't
it.
stress this enough.
I've never...
Taxidermy.
The taxidermied pet cat.
Okay, I've never taxidermied anything, but I do have the ashes of all my pets.
Okay.
Are they all together?
No,
Are they
I don't
separate?
mix them. I separate. They all each have their own little area, their own
Here's a
little
little
thing.
box.
Here's a really
and they
weird.
come with I saved their collars and their tags.
Well, that's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
I have paw print ornaments that I hang on the Christmas tree.
See, I like that.
Yeah.
That's very northeast of you.
That is it. It's very northern of me.
Yeah.
We mean that as
Keep
the
it
highest
simple.
compliment,
I don't
by
have
the way.
like
That's
dead
meant
dog
as,
in a box
meant as a
somewhere.
great compliment.
Yeah,
so.
I can't fathom wanting to have an animal that I love stuffed.
Stuffed is crazy. The box of ashes,
To look
I
at
get
me.
that.
Yeah,
I don't know where you're supposed to start putting them all. Like, do I keep my parents? Like, do these start to get passed down? I don't know. I won't. You know,
like the
what-
ashes?
Yeah, like my
yeah.
childhood
Good.
dog. I don't even know if my parents have my childhood dog like sitting out in a nice box yet, and she died in 2020.
How do you know that they're giving you the right ashes?
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, don't ruin my nice
Right.
little experience. I
Right,
realize
right.
you're right. But how do you even know if you get cremated as a human, they give you the right ashes?
true,
You don't
so
know.
true.
It's just
Gosh.
an urn of ashes, you know?
Right. And is it
That's
all of them,
Scary.
or is it just like a portion?
You know what you can do now?
this morbid?
This is totally morbid. Welcome
Wait a
in,
second, hold
everybody.
on.
Coffee
We're on
Country
air.
and Cody. We talk about all the cool things right here. But there is like a place, and I think it's in Tennessee. I'm almost
no.
positive.
Oh,
I
no.
feel like it's in East Tennessee, y'all. I'll look it up. But you can take your ashes and have them pressed into a vinyl record.
Your own?
Well, you can't, but
Right.
the people that are you leave behind as you depart this earth to places that you're headed, they can take your ashes and they can press them into a vinyl record.
Playing any song? Can it play a song?
I don't know. What if it has your voice on it?
That's crazy.
That would be amazing and creepy.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
what
That's
I
weird.
want. That's not what I want. That's
I don't know.
I want the best of Coffee Country and Cody to be pressed into vinyl so that my kid has to listen to my voice for the rest of
Yeah, nag, nag, nag. You can also get ashes put into like a tattoo.
Well,
Yeah, you can get a little bit of the ashes and you give it to the tattoo artist and they put it in the ink and then it can be in your tattoo.
Well, I've seen where they press it into a
Really?
diamond, which I also am a big fan of.
Oh my gosh, that's so you, Kelly.
That's so me.
Yeah, you're back to being Southern.
I need to
This
be
whole
put
thing-
into a diamond.
yeah, that's it.
It's my favorite color. Okay, let's talk about how Jelly Roll has lost weight, y'all. He's lost 100 pounds. Started this health journey last year, wanted to do a 5K, had the deadline of May. He was like 5K by May. Did that. He hated it, but did it. Started a running club, and now he really is very conscious of what he is eating with the help of his chef. So here's what Jelly Roll eats in a day. Take a listen to this.
Everything I eat in a day, and on tour, I only eat 2 meals a day and one snack.
Favorite Waffle House bowl, healthy rendition.
What I'm talking about, baby.
We're making our own hash browns. We grade these hash browns, strain it, and we're cooking with some Wagyu beef tallow. Chicken sausage, bell peppers, bone broth, packed with protein. Now we're gonna air fry our potatoes, flip them, to mix it in the sauerkraut now. Carbs, it's got proteins, it's packed with probiotics.
Oh, it's the one with the sauerkraut? It's all started because I loved Waffle House. L'Oreal's figured out a way to make them not only taste good, but good for my tummy.
Favorite snack, peanut butter dough cookie bite. One snack a day, so this is something he really looks forward to.
Oh, peanut butter bananas, Bob?
Poutine day,
Is it poutine day? Protein poutine.
Dairy-free version with cashew cheese curd. See, it's almost cheese-like. Chicken thighs, pressure cooked in bone broth, French fries. Making our own. Gravy pot, caramelized peppers with some bone broth. Add our chicken sausage, little bit of moisture to it. The chicken is so tender, so I'm gonna add the rice flour to it. I'm gonna blend it. Meal number 2 down.
Protein poutine. Yo, them cheese curds are fire.
I am so hungry right
Okay.
now.
Yeah, that was nutty.
Isn't it? Yeah, it was crazy.
No pun
Just-
intended.
Yes,
Yeah.
chef is big
Cashew.
on chef is big on the bone broth.
Bone
Bone
broth
broth
is
is good.
really good for you.
Yes.
Charlie, you introduced me to cooking things instead of putting oil to put bone broth.
No,
to
I'm
chicken
enjoying
broth.
it, but that was a lot of bone broth.
It's a lot of bone broth.
Yeah.
Protein.
Yeah, if you follow, you can follow along. His health journey is still going. He's got the running club, as we mentioned, so you can do that. And I have a friend in California, I mentioned, who is a radio personality. She did an interview with him, and she said he really inspired me. And she's down 30 pounds because she's been doing the same thing.
Yeah, if you see the before
Yeah.
and after on him, I mean, he's obviously still a big guy, but it's noticeable how
Yes.
much weight he has lost. I mean, big time, you know.
That's pretty cool.
And he's got another 5K coming up, right?
He
That's why he's
does.
doing the whole.
Woo, keeping it tight.
What's
yeah.
the name of the group? The runners group?
The Losers Runners
There we
Club.
go. That's what I'm talking about.
Let me tell you about these free shows that are coming up from Nate Smith, because this is pretty cool. It's sponsored by Bush. So we're going a hard right. From being healthy to drinking beer and hanging out with your buddies. Got to have some balance. These are going to be taking place in Cleveland, Ohio on May 22nd and Omaha, Nebraska on September 17th. You can register online to win 2 tickets to the Cleveland show through May the 4th, with Omaha's window opening on July 14th. So if you don't win tickets, you can still check out the Bush Country one night only set. It's going to be live streaming. They're going to do it on Paramount Plus and a couple other places. But yeah, get signed up for this, because you could go see Nate Smith for free in both of those places.
Very cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
We love him. And he's down 55 pounds too. He's been
Yeah.
working out.
Oh my gosh, I had not realized he was on this journey and saw a photo he posted the other day, and I'm like, whoa.
All
I mean,
these
I would
people get
recognize him, but I
healthy.
would do a double take.
Feel
Healthy's in. Healthy's back.
Healthy is back. You're exactly right. Speaking of healthy, Carrie Underwood, she has some really healthy habits, including canning her own vegetables and raising her own goats. But now her new habit is very granny-esque. Granny core is what we'll call it. She loves to crochet. She's getting better at it. Here's a little picture of what she posted. She said, I'm getting the hang of it. She's crocheting. It looks like a pot holder, but then in a following picture, she has 4 of them. So I'm thinking she might be doing like an Afghan kind of thing.
Or has 4 pots.
Yeah.
Or she has 4 pots.
Or they're coasters of sorts.
Listen, I'd buy them. Put them on your merch store,
think
Carrie.
no?
They're
You can't
cute.
have a cloth coaster.
You can.
The couple
Maybe-
fall. They're not even. A coaster needs to be even.
Or perhaps, I don't know, but I think they're for, what are these called?
Huh?
pot holders.
Oh,
Yeah.
then what's the thing under the pot?
That's the
Trivet.
trivet. We call it the trivet, but it's
Okay.
That's not a pot holder. It's like a pot placer.
Correct.
This is where we get in the weeds here on
Right.
Coffee Country
Yeah.
and Cody.
I love that you said, "What are these?
What are
called?"
these things? And we both went,
Yeah.
pot holders.
Right. Yeah. We have one that's like a lobster that, for the life of me, I can't actually pick up anything with. It looks cute, but that's like.
That's
Like anything heavy or hot, you don't want to use it for.
We've got more right here on Coffee Country and Cody, the important things in life.
Coffee
on
Country
this-
and who?
Cody.
Okay.
Did I say
It didn't
correct?
sound like it came out of Cody.
More Coffee Country and Cody is on WSM.
Welcome in the Simply Superior studio inside the ACUF house. It is Coffee Country and Cody. Kelly Sutton here, Bill taking the day off. We've got Annie Nye, Charlie Matos, and Jeff Roberts along, and no pranks on this April Fool's Day. However, I did see the new thing is companies doing fake products, which I saw one this morning for Dyson. The Dyson Air Wrap for your eyebrows.
oh my God, that's funny.
It was actually kind of cool.
That's
I was like,
you were like, yes, make
Yeah.
this, make this.
how fun would that be to
That's
have big
really-
fluffy eyebrows? Yeah.
Oh, eyebrows. I was thinking eyelashes. Weirder.
Oh yeah,
Eyelashes
my
would be
brain went
better.
eyelashes
yeah,
too. Yeah.
like-
No, this was like, it looked like a little like hair dryer for your eyebrows.
Okay.
It was cute. Anyway, the other thing that I've seen this morning is Tic Tacs that are Dr. Pepper flavored.
Ooh, that's not.
That's
real.
not a real thing.
Apparently it's not.
Okay.
But get on it, companies. Like, don't tease us. This might just be their way of like slipping a product in there to see if it actually would work. Yeah. So anyway, be careful. Today is April Fool's Day. And happy birthday to Kip Moore, who turns 45 today. Bijou Phillips, which I mistakenly this morning said, oh yeah, she was part of Wilson Phillips. Incorrect. Her half-sister, China Phillips, was part of Wilson Phillips. And it was Carney Wilson's daughter, Lola, who auditioned on American Idol. She did not make it to the next round. She did make it to Hollywood, though. So there was a whole Wilson Phillips connection I was watching on American Idol. Yeah, if you're not watching, I'm going to keep you up to date on it. Come on. There's a lot of episodes to back. You got to keep up with American Idol because it's happening fast. So they cut it in half last night. 144 kids made it to LA.
Wow.
And they did the biggest cut and half of them went home.
That's kind of sad.
It's very sad.
They didn't hold on for one more day, you know? Break free from the chains.
I'm not sure I could have come up with the
you
lyrics
so
to that song for as many millions of times as I've heard that song.
Such a good song.
It's such a good song. Oh, I just remember the video. They're all on the beach and they're singing so earnestly. Just gotta hold on for one more day. The
Break free from the chains.
and then, like, the whole thing is happening. It's so dramatic. And you're like, why are you so dramatic on the beach? You're at the beach. Just enjoy it. Why does it have to be so dramatic? Anyway, so yeah, that's all coming up.
They have cherry cola Tic Tacs, by the way, but not Dr. Pepper Tic Tacs.
I've had the cherry cola, and I think that they're tasty. Okay, more on April Fool's Day, more on the nightclub that is opening here in Nashville, Tennessee, downtown on Broadway. And it's two names we just did not expect to see opening a nightclub here downtown. And happy birthday to our friend Hillary Scott. Speaking of downtown, come see us or listen to us right here on WSM.
They can go to pretty much any church in America and guaranteed there'll be at least one Hillsong United song as part of the worship. Well, not the Catholic, not us, but all the other guys. They'll do that.
Can I just tell you, speaking of, this isn't Catholic, but I definitely thought of you. Sunday, Reese was performing at the Presbyterian Church, at Christ Presbyterian Church.
Yes.
And that was the first time that we'd been to a Presbyterian service, and they have the fold down kneel bars.
Yes.
Really?
Didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. The Methodists do that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I walk in and I sit down and I'm like, well, will you look at that? I'm unsure when this comes into play, but now I know it's here.
Yeah.
Shall I need it? And then he even said at one point, they knew that there were a lot of people that were visitors that Sunday for sure, because he's like, and if you would like to, you could use our kneel bar. I don't know what that's what he called it,
Right.
but he's like, he let us know now is the time to flip it
kneel?
down and kneel on it, because we're like, we're Baptists, we don't know, we're standing up dancing.
I can remember kneeling for communion as a kid, long before it became the thing that you all walk up in a line, they just hand it to you.
Okay,
know?
I do have a question about that. Growing up,
Yeah.
when you would have communion, did you all drink from the same cup?
Yes.
Okay.
We still all drink from the same cup a lot of times.
COVID kind of put a damper on that,
Thank
didn't
you.
it?
Yes.
Thank you, Renee Mattos, for pointing that out as well.
So
Renee thought it was the oddest thing that we would kiss, like at Christmas time, you go up and kiss the baby Jesus. And Renee thought that was just the weirdest
kiss
thing.
the baby Jesus?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I think we might be the only Catholic church that did that. I don't think all the Catholic
Yeah, I
churches
don't-
That's so
kiss the baby
interesting.
Jesus.
Like we had pew-side service. They bring it around to you and hand you the tray, and you take your little cup and you take your little piece of bread.
The first time I saw that, I
wow.
was like, what the heck is this
So
thing?
you don't even have to get up. They're like, we're bringing it
I'll
to
just-
you. You get it.
The lazies.
Then you cheers, throw it back, and I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. That's not right.
Stuff. I want wine.
Can I tell
Jesus drank wine, I want wine.
you? I had grape juice always. Growing up, grape juice. It was Welch's. And the first time that I ever went to church in Atlanta with my brother-in-law, I was not prepared, and they were doing communion, and they handed it to me, and sincerely was like, mind is thinking grape juice, mouth is expecting grape juice, drinking it, it was wine.
That's
I
what I'm talking about.
choked and then started to cough. And it was quiet, and I couldn't stop coughing.
No.
And it was a scene, and everyone was looking at me, so I had to get up and excuse myself. And Paul was like, Man, that was Satan coming right out
That's
of
right.
you.
This is the blood of Christ, baby. Come on, deal with it. You can't deal with it.
It was a scene. It was a scene.
Holding in a cough might be the worst feeling in the world.
Sure.
I remember like in
Oh yeah, because then you make some horrible noise.
yeah.
It's worse than just
I'm
coughing.
like, why am I holding it in?
Sure.
We all cough, but for some reason you have to you're holding it in there. It's stuck in here.
But I mean, think about that
Horrendous.
for a second. You take a big sip of something expecting grape juice.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
fiber of your being is expecting sweet Welch's grape juice.
I know this feeling.
And it is wine, and you are not prepared.
That's like when you think the water bottle has water in it in the back of your car and it's got like vodka or whatever, When you
Wow.
brought vodka into...
Okay, that's never happened. Listen,
all of us
a lot of
just
things have happened to me in my life. That one has never happened
Never
to
put
me.
vodka in
That-
a water bottle, like maybe at a tailgate or something, and then it's like, oh, water, and it's vodka. Nobody,
I think I'd remember.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think
but-
so.
not now, but in my tailgating days, they're just sitting around.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
No, I think the only
Nobody?
thing. No. Crickets. No. You said that. We
Am I
all just-
sweating?
It's fine. No, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about because I do have a friend that has done that at Disney.
Okay,
Yeah, I
worse
did.
than a tailgate.
Well, that's where I'm going
right.
to smuggle in vodka. Disney. That's what I'm talking about.
Do not recommend. Do not recommend. Also, that would be a really good April Fool's Day prank.
Yeah.
You want a sip of water?
Oh, yeah.
Give them a little something for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Just saying. Could be gin. Could be gin and juice. Let's talk about this new nightclub that's
Oh, there we
opening in
go.
downtown
Look at that
Nashville.
segue right
Did you see what I did there? That was nice. All right. So new nightclub opening. It is called Still Gin, and it is Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. Y'all, I don't know if we're ready for this. It opens on Friday. It's going to be downtown, 2 spaces over from Category 10, which was the old Wild Horse, which is now Luke Combs' place, Category 10. So Category 10, not beside it, but right next to that. That's where we are going to find the Gin Lounge, Still Gin Lounge. They said they're going to have all kinds of music, DJ, live music, think cocktail lounge, elevated, Frank Sinatra, Rat Pack, but also some of your favorite music.
Sounds fun. Do you think they'll be there? Right.
I bet they would for
for
the
the opening?
opening.
Oh,
It's gonna be
worth
Friday.
going.
I don't know. I don't know how to get in on any of that. So I'm not on the list for that one, but you know,
could be.
I could be. I'll find out for you.
Thank you.
Also, we said it's April Fool's Day. Here's one of those products that somebody put out today. It's the keyboard. You've been in a bad mood and somebody goes, you just need to touch grass. Just go touch grass. Well, now there's a keyboard made for that. Not really. This is fake, but it is a grass keyboard. If you're raging, touch grass. Get your hands on the keyboard and make that happen.
This is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Well, the sun is out, and we are happy that we have some guests in the studio with us, our Simply Superior studio, right here at the A-Cup House. And sitting on our Assembly Food Hall stage this morning, joining us from the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum, it's Katie Palmer. She is the Senior Director of Education and Community Engagement. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me. It's always great to see y'all.
And we got to point out, because this is your first visit to the new place, the wood is from the Ryman, the original wood that the circle is made out of. And I know you would appreciate that.
Of course. Yeah, how amazing.
People. So you are gearing up, and you always have so many really cool events that are happening for families. I love when people come into Nashville that are visitors and they ask me, hey, what do we need to do? Country Music Hall of Fame is always on the list. And it's whether they're singles in their 20s, and we know they're going to be hitting the bar scene later, or if they're coming with their families, because you guys have so many incredible programs.
We absolutely do. Programs for guests of all ages and families of all makes and models
Right.
can come in and engage with us. In our family programs, as we gear up for the summer, we'll have enhanced programming that's going to be happening nearly every day of the week. And it's an opportunity to come explore, discover, and create at the Taylor Swift Education Center, which is housed right inside the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum.
I have to say, the last time that we came, I think it was last year for the American Currents, and Angela and I were taping some stuff. We're going to be talking about that coming up in just a little bit. But as I walked in to see some of the pieces from Taylor's tour, that was so cool. And we
it
just had a
remains
moment.
cool.
Yeah, we just had a moment. We're like, That's amazing.
It
And
is.
that's just a teeny, tiny bit of what's on display there and what people can find. So let's talk a little bit about families in particular. If you're coming in, what do you need to know? First of all, kids from Davidson County get to come for free, right?
Not only from Nashville, Davidson County, but from surrounding counties. So youth 18 and under are free year round with us. And then up to 2 accompanied adults receive 25% off admission. So that helps to make the museum more accessible to family audiences. But we serve families of all varieties. And so for young children, we have programming that's called the Fam Jam. That happens the first Saturday of every month. You can come and make music with us and explore music making as a family with your caregivers. It's for 0 to 5-year-olds to engage. Super, super fun. Just
So loud. It's probably really loud.
it's joyful.
It's joyful when it's at the museum.
Yes.
It's loud if it's at my house.
Yeah, it's joyful.
That will be.
Play with the drums there. Don't take them home necessarily.
But what a great hands-on
Yeah.
chance for kids who maybe have never picked up an instrument, right? Or gotten that
Yeah.
opportunity. It's
And
just so cool.
Children are inherently musical, and it's a great opportunity to explore that music making together with caregivers. So it's not a, you drop them off and then you sit outside. It's no, we're gonna jam together as a family. So that's for littles, but we go all the way up, and you can do music, dance, and art making with us every weekend, and then enhanced programming in the summer.
We talked a little bit about the songwriting camps. Most of those are full, so you got to get in on that early. You open those up in January and February in those areas. But when you're talking about something like that, you're bringing in kids 11 to 18 and really teaching them the craft of songwriting. And I just think that is so cool and unique. I mean, other than Music City and maybe LA, I don't know that there are a lot of opportunities for kids to learn songwriting like that.
And we really pull a national audience. So we see students from all over the U.S. come and engage with us for our beginning songwriting camp and then our intermediate advanced songwriting camps. Those happen in June and July. But the talent that these young students have is remarkable, of course. And the lyric writing content as a way for self-expression is really interesting.
I don't know that it's happened yet, but I can't wait for the day that one of the campers has something in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, that would be cool.
Wouldn't that be cool if they've written a song
Yeah.
and they've got the handwritten lyrics and then
Yeah.
a picture of them from the camp? That's going to happen for sure.
Or come back and do a songwriter session, or
Yes.
one of those
Yeah.
kind of things. The spotlight, that
so
would be cool.
So for families that are looking to come, let's talk about what they need to plan, what their day looks like if they're coming to hang out with y'all.
Yeah. Come on down downtown Nashville. We're, a block off Broadway. So there's the opportunity to come to the museum, engage with us. You can stay, all day, or you can do it in about 60 to 90 minutes, sort of depends on your pace. But it's worth checking out our calendar online, so you sort of know what programming is happening both in our Ford Theater, which is geared more for adult audiences, and then what's happening in the Taylor Swift Education Center, more for our youth and family audiences. But as long as you get online and check it out, you have lots of opportunity to engage not only with the museum content, going through the museum, singing Sing Me Back Home, our primary exhibit that traces country music from its pre-commercial roots into contemporary times, but also the opportunity to get in there and do some geeking out is what I would call it.
You can get a bite to eat too.
Yes.
Save some time to go by the museum store, because you guys got some really cool swag in there.
Yeah. And newly remodeled. So if you haven't seen it recently.
Oh, I haven't
looks
seen it recently.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah. The
okay.
last time I was down there, it was still under construction.
Yep.
So haven't seen it since. So also Hatch Show, you can do a postcard, do your own print in there.
That's coming up Friday.
Yeah.
So Friday, we're going to be doing a Hatch Show print, make your own postcard program. And that's it for our family audiences.
That is such a cool experience to see how the typeset was years ago. I mean, kids now would never know about anything like that or have that hands-on experience anywhere else, really, to set it all and then to see the ink and the print. It's just fascinating.
Hard to believe we put Robert O'Keefe in charge of that group for a couple of years. Remember, he told us that he and his
Tell
wife
us
managed
that
show print
before
back
it
in the
moved
day.
over. Yeah, that's
it's great. I
so
love that.
crazy. So for people that are looking at the calendar, Katie, are there things that they need to sign up for? Obviously, some of the camps, but other things that are happening, do they need to make reservations, or is it just first come, first serve?
We always encourage time ticketing, so you make sure that you're able to access the museum.
Got it.
We are very busy. We're one of the 50 most visited museums in the U.S., so we always encourage time ticketing. However, a lot of the family programming is drop-in, so you can sort of come and go as you like, and just make sure you check it out online so that you know what time it starts.
And I always say, and it's true from the first time I ever said it, the annual membership is like the best deal in town. Because
it
there's
really
so
is,
much great stuff comes with it that just isn't even part of the museum. Just all the special events and the songwriter sessions and all. It just do yourself a favor, check that out.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. And we would be remiss if we didn't mention the new class, the inductees that are going into the Hall of Fame later this year. We got Tony Brown, June Carter Cash, and Kenny Chesney. That is always an incredible night. The medallion ceremony there is very, very special.
More coffee, country, and Cody is on WSM.
April 1st, 1967, the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum opened its doors. Now, they've done some major renovations and moved locations since then. But man, what a history and what a cool gem that we have in our city. Here to talk more about the American Currents exhibit that is on display, we have Angela Stefano Zimmer, museum writer and editor and friend. Good to see you.
Hey, how are you guys?
I'm good. I can't believe it's been a whole year.
I know.
So last time I saw you, we were down at the museum when we were walking through the Currents exhibit that year, and you were telling me about the different pieces. You've now flipped it. We've got all new pieces. For people that don't understand the Currents exhibit, give them a little backstory.
Yeah, so we refresh it every year. It basically just takes a broad look at the last year in country music. So big headline making artists who are just doing really cool stuff, maybe a little more along the fringes, things like that. You know, we really try and get as many people as we can in there to really show like the depth of what's been going on.
I smiled when I saw the name Corinne Leon involved, because I got to work his Opry debut, and when I came in and talked to Bill and Kelly the next day, I was like, the only reaction I've ever gotten like that was Garth. I mean, the place just erupted for him.
We have video footage of that in the exhibit, and it's so fun to see. Like, people were so into it. There's a tuba on stage.
Yeah.
Like, it's so cool. It's so much fun.
I mean, you've got pieces from Luke Combs, you've got Lainey Wilson's stage wear. I mean, how do you go about curating this exhibit? Because as you mentioned, it's like video or, stage pieces or guitars.
Yeah, so I should say I am one of a number of people. This is like a really whole department effort.
Nah, we know it's you. Go ahead. I mean, I know you got to say that, but go ahead. That's okay.
So we start truly, like, we're going to start again in a few months looking at what's going to go in next year. And there's a lot of debates. There's a lot of just whittling down, when it comes to it, like, we only have so many spots that we can fit stuff into. So, and, we just keep whittling down. And then someone on our team, this guy, Ryan, who's a pro at this point, goes out and just starts talking to the artist teams and trying to get people to loan us their stuff, which truly is probably one of the biggest things to get through there, because obviously you have to fill those cases and make it look really great. And from there, we're just sort of, people are mounting things and making sure they look good to be displayed and installing them, and it's a real, like, all hands on deck process.
I do love the through line when you ask some of the current people who they were influenced by, and then you have them like in that side by side, like a Megan Maroney and a Miranda Lambert.
Our Unbroken Circle case right at the start of the exhibit. This year it's 4 different pairings. It's Caitlin Butts and Miranda Lambert. Yep. Wyatt Ellis and Sierra Farrell. It's really cool to kind of see how people were influenced by even just like the generation before them and what an impact that makes. And, things just keep trickling down.
You got Zach Top with Keith Whitley, and boy, that's a perfect, because Zach just gets all that old school stuff.
Yeah. And that's like really, he's on top of the world right now with everything. That's cool. And it's going to be cool to see, like, we see a lot of people come from that case. Like Megan Maroney was in there last year and is now has her own kind of big display. So it's cool to see people sort of graduate, I guess, from one to the other.
The coolest part for me too is my friend Jesse Alexander, who is incredible songwriter, nominated for an ACM coming up as well, and Grammy. But for somebody like her to have that moment and then get to share it, I saw the pictures that she had with her family. It's even, I think, a little bit sweeter because they don't expect it. A songwriter doesn't expect it as much as maybe an artist might have that on their bucket list.
Right. And like the songs are so important. So it's really cool that we can, include someone like Jesse, we've had Ashley Gorley in there before, always trying to make sure that people realize it's not just the big names you see on stage, but the songwriters who are here, living here, doing that.
All right, I'm an unlikely Swiftie, but Swiftie over 50 for sure. What's in there from Taylor? Yeah, well, I'm actually shading my age. It's older than that, but I'll take the hashtag. What's in there from Taylor?
She takes up a whole corner case this year. The Koi guitar is back. If anyone,
Oh yes.
Okay, are you ready for this? The Koi guitar made its television debut with me on our morning show on Fox 17.
Oh, no
Did
way.
it really?
She
Like
came
years ago.
Years ago. I think she was
that's
17
awesome.
or 18. And they just made it for her. And she brought it out and she goes, look at this new guitar. They gave it to me. She was so impressed that they gave it to her. And it had the Koi around the sound hole. And we were like, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. So just the fact that that's lasted for so long. And now it's in there.
That's back. We had it a couple years ago and it was a whole thing when she took it back for a bit to play on tour. So that's back. And then her big purple cupcake dress from it's the Speak Now era, I believe, of the Eras tour. It is massive. It's just kind of hoist itself up in there. It's really cool and it's very sparkly and everyone seems to be flocking back there to check it out.
I was going to say, if there's one thing that's on this exhibit that you just want to take out and hold or look at or try in, what is it?
There's many things. I would never do this. I really want to put on Amethyst Kia's leopard print fringe suit. It is the coolest thing. And she is so phenomenal. I love her so much. I'm thrilled that she's in there. And that suit is just perfection.
I love it. So it's open to the public. Anytime that they come through, you can walk through the American Currents exhibit. And thank you for doing that. And then having the preview with everybody. The coolest thing is to watch the video that y'all have of like Wyatt Flores seeing his stuff. Jesse Alexander seeing her.
Cute watching him see it.
That is so special because you see it come to life. Look at Jamie Johnson. You got Jamie Johnson to smile, girl.
I got Jamie Johnson to laugh.
Okay, well, that's that right there.
That was the highlight of the night.
Yeah, that's your lottery ticket right there.
It really is. It's like an angel got its wings because Jamie Johnson laughed. Angela, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Again, the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum. You can find all the hours, tickets, memberships. Everything is online. It is a gem of our city and one of those must have to do things when you come to visit. Thanks for coming in. Good to see y'all.